Greetings, math fans. All right, so this is worksheet 7 for chapter 9. And again, it's a new topic. But as we start out this whole chapter, we did cross multiplying, and then we did proportions. And that's exactly what this is. This is just a proportion. And notice, well, first of all, this is a circle graph. How do you know it's a circle graph? Because it's a circle. Okay, but notice that it's got percentages on here. So what are you going to do with those percentages? You're going to write that number over 100. Okay, so just make sure you know that. It's very, very important. Okay, so first of all, it says on here, student's favorite subject. And it's got PE is 10%, science is 20%, English is 30%, and of course math, being the most popular, is 40%. Okay, it adds up to obviously 100%, the whole circle. Okay, so we're gonna have to kind of flip back and forth to this because just to show it to you on the video. Okay, so if 500 students were surveyed, how many would like math? Well, the first thing I'm gonna do here, math fans, it's how many would like math. I look at what math is. Math is 40 out of 100. That's easy. Always percentages always over 100. Always, always, always. Even when we did is over of equals percent over 100, same idea. Okay? So it's telling you 500 are surveyed, how many like math. So if 40% like math, that's the 40 on top is like math, and the number on the bottom is out of how many. So out of 500 students on the bottom, how many like math? Okay? So hopefully you guys are good with the setup. So we get 100x cross multiplying is equal to 20,000. And divided by 100, x comes out to be 200. Okay, it's not bad. Really quickly, I showed you this once before. Oh, by the way, we're going to do the first 4 questions, and then you're going to do the next 4. That's kind of how it works, okay? It's only 8 questions here. So just watch how I do these first 4 and then do the next 4. I will still do them, but make sure that you guys, try it first. And because again, you'll see it on a quiz or test or a final exam or whatnot. Okay. So just make sure you're just watching me do the first 4 and you do the next 4, and then watch the rest of the video if you want to check your answers or see how something is done. Okay. So really quickly, let's just say I made a mistake. And everyone, you certainly shouldn't make a mistake with this. 40 over 100. If anybody does 100 over 40, then I'm going to start to cry because we've been doing 40 over 100 the whole time. But let's just say instead of doing x over 500, let's say you did 500 over x. Okay, you made that mistake. So remember, it says 500 students were surveyed. How many would like math? If I cross multiply, I get 40x equals 100 times 500 is 50,000. Okay, and then I divide by 40. All right, and so I'm just going to do this on my calculator here because you should be doing that too. So 50,000 divided by 40 is 1,250. So if you did it this way, again, be smart about it. If 500 students are surveyed and 1,250 like math, that doesn't even make sense. How can you have more people like math that aren't even surveyed? Though math is a likable subject, you certainly can have more people than you surveyed. Okay, so just be careful and don't set it up wrong. And if you set it up wrong, understand your mistake and then correct it. Okay, all right. So let's keep moving on here. I won't cursor down anymore just so we can read the question. If 400 students were surveyed, how many would like English? So again, looking at English is 30%. So now I'll cursor down here. So it's 30% out of 100. So 30 out of 100. And 400 students are surveyed. And I want to know how many like English. Okay. So we cross multiply. That's 100x equals 12,000 divided by 100. X equals 120. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so this question now is a little bit different. Notice the first question says like 500 students were surveyed and 400 students were surveyed. Now look at the question says, if 30 students like science, then how many were actually surveyed? So you're looking for the number that are surveyed now. That's important. Okay, before I told you how many were surveyed, and now I'm saying, hey, how many are surveyed? But I'm telling you that 30 like science. So if I go back to science, Science is 20%. Okay, so I'm going to write that out. 20%, it's 20 over 100. And remember, I'm telling you 30 like science. So the 30 goes on top because I'm looking for how many were surveyed. Okay, so you'll see one of these on, you'll see one like 1 and 2 and also like 3 and 4. So if I cross multiply, I get 20x is equal to 3,000. And I divide by 20. So x is equal to 150. Oops, sorry, x equals 150. So that makes sense. Again, that number needs to be bigger, right? Because you need to survey more kids and then only 30 like science. Okay? So number 4 is the same idea. 40 students liked math, then how many students were actually surveyed? So math is 40%. Okay, so we're going to do 40 out of 100. And 40 liked math. And how many students were surveyed? So now, if you're smart, you would recognize that we're going to still cross multiply here. But see that 40? Doesn't that number need to be the same if they're equal? So I'm going to write on the side here, x should be 100. Okay, well, let's cross multiply anyway. So 40x is equal to 40 times 100 is 4,000 divided by 40. So x is equal to 100. Hey, all right. Okay, so 100 students were actually surveyed. All right, cool. All right, so the next 4 questions you guys need to do. So pause the video, try the questions. They're easy. Look at the work I did already, and then go back and check it. Okay, so hopefully now that you have checked it, I'm not going to keep cursoring back and forth. I have actually a copy in front of me, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Okay, so 300 students were surveyed. How many would like PE? Okay, so PE right away I see 10% like PE, and 300 students were surveyed, so the 300 goes below here. And how many would like it? That's x on top. Okay, so we cross multiply. 100x equals 3,000 divided by 100, x equals 30. Okay, same idea with science. Science is 20%, so 20 out of 100. And 200 students were surveyed, and I want to know how many liked science. Okay, so we get cross multiply. 100x equals 4,000 divided by 100. X equals 40. Okay, and now these are different because now they're actually asking you how many were surveyed. So PE is 10 out of 100. Okay, and remember I'm saying 50 like PE, so 50 is on top, and I want to know how many students were surveyed, so that's on the bottom. So we cross multiply. 10x equals 5,000 divided by 10, x equals 500. So 500 kids were surveyed, in 10%, which is 50 like PE. Okay, and the last one, 60 students like English, so English is 30 over 100. And 60 liked English, so 60 is on top, and x is on the bottom because we're looking for a number that are surveyed. So I cross multiplied. 30x is equal to 6,000, and divide by 30. Okay, so x comes out to be 200. So 200 people were surveyed, and 60 liked English. Okay, so that's it, math fans. That is worksheet 7, and that is actually the last topic that I need to teach you. The next 2 worksheets are just review worksheets. So you guys, again, should do those worksheets, try them, and then look at my solutions. Okay? So that's it, math fans. Have an outstanding day. Adios. Goodbye.